What makes a handful of women reviving a forgotten grain? A trade pact stretching from Indian villages to African markets. Memories of a time when democracy was silenced. A new path for young soldiers. A bridge between ancient culture and modern science, and the app that's quietly replacing your ballot. These are today's stories, and together they reveal how change begins at the grassroots, cross borders, and reshape the nation's future. In a quiet corner of Karnataka, a group of women chose to fight back against forgetting. Millets, once the backbone of Indian farming, had nearly vanished. But the Bibi Fatima women's self-help group refused to let them die. They revived ancient seeds, built a community seed bank, and inspired 30 villages to return to natural farming. Today, their kitchens turn millet into rotis, vermicelli, and local products that nourish families and sustain livelihoods. This week, the world applauded. From 700 entries across 103 countries, they became one of only 10 winners of the UNDP Equator Prize 2025, the Global Nobel for Biodiversity, the only winners from India. With $10,000 in prize money, they have shown that when you care for biodiversity, it pays back, not just in food but in dignity and resilience. From women planting seeds of change to nations planting new partnership for trade, India and Zambia have signed a pact that could change how farmers see the world. Through this new agreement, Indian corporates may soon find their produce in Zambian markets, and Zambian goods could reach Indian homes. The Ministry of Cooperation is turning embassies into trade bridges, connecting small producers with global buyers. Similar ties are already forming with Senegal and Indonesia. For India's farmers, this isn't just a trade, it's entry into global value chains where their crops are grown locally but consumed worldwide. It's a quiet shift, the village economy stepping onto the world stage. And while trade builds future abroad, Bihar is remembering those who once fought for freedom at home. In 1975, when the emergency was declared, thousands of Indians were jailed for choosing democracy over silence. In Bihar, they were known as JP Senanis, the soldiers of Jayaprakash Narayan's movement. This week, Bihar's cabinet decided to honor them again. Their pension have been doubled, 30,000 a month for those jailed over 6 months, 15,000 for shorter terms. Over 3,300 survivors will benefit. At the same meeting, the government cleared projects worth thousands of crores. New industrial areas, textile factories, airport upgrades, and higher honorarium for women of Jivika. Bihar is sending a message: the past will be remembered and the future will be built. From honoring political veterans to opening doors for military ones, they sign up to serve the nation young. But what comes after their 4 years of duty? Uttarakhand has offered an answer. The state has reserved 10% of government jobs for former Agniveers, giving them age relaxations and exemption from physical tests. It's not just a policy, it's a promise that the years of service will not go unnoticed. At the same cabinet meeting, Uttarakhand also tightened its anti-conversion law, introducing harsher penalties and banning digital promotion. The twin message is clear, rewarding those who protect while protecting the values of the state. And from battles of society to an unusual alliance of science and culture. In Delhi, two very different worlds have shaken hands. The Indira Gandhi National Center for the Arts and the Birbal Sahni Institute of Paleosciences have signed an MOU, India's first to merge science and culture on one stage. What does that mean? It means fossils may be displayed not just as data but as part of our cultural story. Art and history will meet geology and science, showing knowledge as a living bridge between past and future. At the same event, IGNCA launched orientation for 11 PG diploma courses that fuse traditional wisdom with modern education. It's a vision of India where culture doesn't just remember, it evolves. And while knowledge connects past and future, money is moving faster than ever in the present. Think of the last time you paid for groceries. Chances are you used UPA, and chances are it was PhonePe. In July, the app processed 8.93 million transactions worth 12.2 trillion rupees, nearly half of all UPI payments in the country. Google Pay came second, the Paytm much further behind. Together, PhonePe and Google Pay control more than 80% of the UPI market. Across India, 19.4 billion UPI transactions were made last month, with supermarkets and kirana shops leading the way. The story is simple: cash is fading, and digital payments aren't just about convenience anymore, they are becoming India's economic backbone. Today, we saw women farmers from Karnataka turn biodiversity into strength. India forged new trade ties with Africa. Bihar remembered its fighters for democracy. Uttarakhand rewarded its soldiers. Science and culture shake hands in Delhi. And PhonePe shades India's digital revolution. This is now and now, but the news doesn't just inform, it tells a story. Stay curious and discover what tomorrow brings.